Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
Welcome back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. I hope y'all are doing okay. Tonight, what the heck? Oh, I thought I got I was getting a phone call there. But you are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are doing okay tonight. I'm kind of feeling stuffy in the nose, if I'm gonna be honest. Maybe a bit sick. I don't know how that happened. I woke up this morning, my left nostril, which technically in the video I guess is looking like my right, was very clogged. For whatever reason, I tried blowing it out and it was just it just did not want to. And throughout the day, I feel like I got worse. So hopefully, tomorrow I feel a lot better. Yeah. Or technically today. Yeah. But I hope you're doing okay though. Otherwise, if you want to catch these live, you can go to twitch.tv/Melted Original, all one word. Capitalize the M in Melted, the L in Lyric, and the O in Original. If you somehow mess that up, man, I don't know how to help you there. Yeah, then you can't spell. I'm sorry there. But if you can't catch the streams or the Midnight Ramen stream, you could also watch other stuff on my channel. I mean, I try to do other streams as well, but mainly right now, it's just this and Magic Monday with the boys because I love playing Magic the Gathering. I tell you that. It's especially very fun with the boys. Crack a lot of jokes. And even if you don't play Magic, I think it's fun to watch and have all of our streams up and just compete to make us say the dumbest things or chat about the dumbest topics. Cuz that happens on a weekly basis because of how it is. But also, if you miss another thing, if you do miss this happening live, you can watch the VODs obviously on Twitch, but you can go to my YouTube channel where you can watch not only the past episode, but the other ones as well. It is same thing, Melted Original, all one word. You know the rest of that bit. I'm not gonna. Sorry about that. A lot of spit in that. Darn. I also do some TikTok stuff. I don't know. I don't know what else to say there. But yeah. It is episode 50. I think it's episode 50. Yeah, it's 51. It has to be. Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, next week is the birthday of the show. Or technically, the anniversary of the show. Yeah. That's pretty cool. I don't know what else to say there. I should honestly go back and check when the streams happened or whatever, because then I could put them. This is future me, a message to future me. If I even listen to this one, put the date on them. That's pretty funny. Not pretty funny. It's good for just documenting. Yeah. And I'll do it on the Thursdays because the Thursdays, I tell you, okay, I think I might have already talked about why I like Thursdays a lot better than Fridays. I mean, I do like Fridays, don't get me wrong, but Thursdays, especially when I was in college, was the night to do shit. I typically worked because that's what I did, but that was the day when events went off. That's when I mean, not like sporting events. I mean, sometimes you'd have sporting events, but like that's when like events would happen. Just a lot of good stuff going on, and like movie releases, especially like again, if you're a college student, like go see movie premieres on Thursday nights. That's the freaking best. Um, I can't really speak if Marcus Theater still does this in the Midwest, or wherever Marcus Theaters are, but I know at least when I was in college, and I don't know if they still do it anymore, but I know they did like college student like or just student uh pricing, which was like very good. Like I saw a lot of movies like premieres like because of that, and then for cheap. I think like sometimes I got a lot of gift cards to Marcus Cinemas because of like families and stuff like that, Christmas, birthday, whatever. But like I remember there being a period where I probably did not pay for a movie ticket for at least 9 months. Like I wish I was kidding. I mean, not saying with like the pandemic and whatever, but there was a period where I did not pay for a movie ticket and I was seeing movies for sure. Uh, Obviously, not every week or whatever, but you get the gist. You get the gist. Or even Tuesdays too. Tuesdays are also days that you can do that. Uh, or at least the Marcus Theaters. That would be the discount days if you want to go see a movie. Which I think that one I'm pretty sure like still goes on. I think one of them, I don't know. My nose looks a little weird. What happened? Am I like why I might just be a little thicker. Is it the angle of the camera? I think it's the angle of the camera. I don't know. My nose looks off. Or it might be a tilting in my head or something like that. That might be right. I don't know. Interesting. That could be something. I don't know. Oh, man, I gotta drink. I'm drinking tea. I love tea. Gosh, I love tea. I should really get some more tea, like warm it up because, like, oh boy. I mean, I don't like it scalding hot, obviously, because, like, who wants scalding hot tea? But, like, warm. Warm enough that you can viably drink without, like, having to do just, like, small, like, very, like, a sip the size an ant would call satisfying. Or barely satisfying, I would say. Like, I don't like that hot of tea. I'm not a coffee person either. I don't care for coffee. I like the smell, sure, whatever. I'll be down with that, but coffee itself, I'm just not a coffee guy. And as much as I do drink caffeine or whatever with like Mountain Dew and other stuff, god dang, I do like tea. I'm getting back on the bus though. I think I should get back on the bus more on it because like it's getting colder and yeah, especially like right now, I'm definitely feeling congested, and it does help to drink tea and stuff like that, or certain kinds of tea. I'm drinking like a herbal honey tea, which is very nice. Uh, I love honey tea. Ooh, jeez. I just like tea. And teabagging your mom. Oh, got him. Got him. JK, JK, LOL. Unless. JK, nah. Back then, maybe. But now, not buying that. That behavior is in the past. Oh, gosh. Well, speaking of like when I was talking about like work and when I was working at the our event center, the Memorial Union at college, I think it's homecoming week there. Yeah, it's homecoming week there. For this week in the year of our Lord and Savior 2023. I think yeah, yesterday me and my girlfriend watched like a talent show that they put on. That they do this every year. I think it's usually on a Wednesday or like I can't. Sometimes they change it. I don't know. I think this year they actually probably had the homecoming court revealed, which is weird. I could be completely wrong, but I remember like so both me and my girlfriend during college, my ex, we both got nominated for homecoming court separate years. She got it our sophomore year, I got it my senior year. So, and the big reason that we really got in, I'm gonna be completely honest, that shit's rigged. I'm gonna be, well, like panel, like glass panel, like see through. That shit is rigged, straight up rigged. Because like a homecoming thing and a high school thing at high school, it's rigged. It's so rigged. It's either gonna be the jocks or someone with a kid with disabilities or physical, mental, whatever. It's always those two. Either someone that's very popular in the sports typically, or someone with physical or slash mental disability. And that's fine. That's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's typical of a high school, especially my high school. Like that was basically par for course, like no joke. But for college, and I'm only saying at least for my college, homecoming court was people with positions in college, in the campus. So like RAs, socks, which are basically mentors to the freshmen or new students to the campus. Those are typically a lot of the people that make it up. I mean, there are definitely noteworthy like athletes are definitely still in there. Just notable people that work or are seen a lot. If you know who to talk to, especially like in my case, like I'm gonna be flat out honest. I knew exactly who to talk to and what to say to get on the homecoming court. Like no joke. I knew, like, not really a script, but I know exactly what to say. And I honestly can't remember. I have to be in the shoes. Basically, more or less saying it's like, I don't want to say kiss ass, but like, yeah, that's the light way of saying it. Don't say that, obviously, but that's the way to do it. You get your guitar on the MTV, and also like, the good way to get votes is to have people that you are basically, I don't want to say bribing or basically manipulating so that you can get their vote. That's more or less what you want. You want to manipulate people so that they will vote for you. As many people as possible, and rig it. You want to try to rig it as hard as you can. I wish I was lying. That's exactly how it went. Every single year. I was observant. I was very observant. Not to say the people that won or lost are good or bad candidates or whatever, but like some people I question, why were they there? Myself a little bit included. I'm not gonna lie. But I was like a notable face, so like honestly, like the way that I kind of like talked about it, I got on. I knew what to say, and I love my campus. I love my alma mater, like, but I knew how to I want to make sure that I got on, more or less. And plus, I was good friends with, decent friends with the people that were like making up the homecoming court. So I had it in. I don't want to say, again, it wasn't bribery. It's rigging. You want to try to rig it as much as possible. But I'm going to leave that there. But homecoming weeks are so fun though. One thing that we used to do, like there's like a litany of like events that happened during homecoming week. One of them that I think two that were really good. Obviously food. There's good food ones. But we had like a Dean chili cook-off, and there were definitely good chilies. There were others that were like god awful bad. Like you drank one, like you had one bite or sip, and it tasted like just a literal tire. Like I did not want. Like you don't want to eat it. It's not edible. Like you are eating what is essentially poison. I'm not gonna say which dean or deans, but but then again, some years, certain deans that were like bad one year were good the next, or vice versa. But they were like, I love chili. I love chili. I absolutely love chili. But if you know which one is good, it's probably going to be good the next year. It's probably going to be good the following year, etc., etc. And the other one was like the ice cream social, where it's like you got to see the candidates if they all showed up, or showed up at all, and they were like scooping ice cream and stuff like that. So that's a fun thing to do. I don't think that you technically can get out of class for that, because why would you, and why would you want to? But if you are in court, you were basically like asked, and more or less like you wanted to be at the events that were happening, and a good reason why it was good to be known and like have a face and whatever on campus is that if you went to, like, have time or like had authority or job position or just a big figure on campus again, then if you showed up at those events, people would talk, blah, 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 whatever. And that's how you would do it. Oh yeah, the town show was always good though. I mean, you have your typical acts here and there, but I didn't see my boys this year because I think, if I'm not mistaken, all of them have graduated at this point. Although they're still in the area. I know one of the bandmates' girlfriends is still in college now, and they're doing fine. I love my boy. I love my boys. Those are some good boys. I do miss the gang up there. God damn. I really do. Yeah, I really do miss the gang up there. I tend to visit sooner rather than later, but that depends on when. I was initially gonna go up there the first weekend of November for Dune Part 2, and then all of a sudden, Warner Brothers decided, hey, there's this strike going on. Why don't we push back this movie that people really want to see about about a revolution against a like a major tyrant. It's like, I wonder why they're trying to do that. Seems very insulting. Kind of seems like you want people to be angry at you. But I think I might have already talked about this. I'm certain that I've already talked about that, and I kind of want to get off of it. But I feel like if they would have pushed back Dumb Money, which is basically a movie like more or less a biopic of the guy, like a major guy in the GameStop, basically people like trying to stop them from the big corporation head fudge from trying to short sell GameStop into non-existence, into bankruptcy. Basically, it's a story of how that didn't happen, and how, because of people, the people trying to not have that happen, how that made a lawsuit. It's crazy. Big corporations can do that, but the little guy can't. Because the minute that the little guy does something like that, it's illegal. Whatever. That's enough on that though. Backing up. Yeah, I was gonna go up there and play some Magic the Gathering with the guys, and I was gonna have a guy come on here, the main big three of us streamer boys on here, but He is God's sleepiest soldier. Sleep easy, young Popsky. And he has, like, I really wanted to get him on because he literally just returned from Wyoming. Uh, he returned from literally a black site. Because they like a government black site, because they had government officials there for like a week or something, and we just call it the government black site, even though it's just a hotel on a national park. Which, goddamn, he had some very good pictures of like from there. It's so pretty. I would not want to live there because, ugh, but gosh damn, is that pretty. But yeah, I kind of want to teach him. But it's kind of good, though, that Dune 2 got pushed back because I need to teach him how to play Magic the Gathering so we can play the Warhammer 40k decks, which he was like, oh yeah, but I'll play it with that. It's like, all right, bet. So now we're in the end game. We're trying to get him to play. I already chose my deck, and no one is gonna take it. I'm taking the Necrons deck. That is just me. And if I see anyone shuffling it bad, I will literally break their hands. Because I feel like I should honestly give them to the guys, because like, yeah, I want to have the decks themselves, but I also want to give them to the guys. But then again, some will probably already have them. Sorry, that's just me thinking out loud. Yeah. But Homecoming, treading back. Treading back to Homecoming week. But yeah, Homecoming week's even like high school, college, whatever, it's always fun. Like, I do miss, like, in high school, like, the dress-up days. Those are always fun. Always fun. My house never got TP'd. The only time that we got, like, pranked was when one of my wrestling teammates, well, it was kind of after I was wrestling, because like I had to quit because like I had to go I went full force into music, so like as much as it really pained me, and it pained me a lot, I should go to therapy. It pains me a lot sometimes, even though I did whatever miss that. One of the guys from the team like cracked eggs, or like did like an egg thing to like a car or something. It was very small in comparison to some of the other guys that he did it to. I mean, we still made him clean it, but he was sorry, but he was just like, I think he was drunk, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm pretty sure he was drunk. It just did it for the meme, or it might have been my senior year, I don't remember. But yeah, that was the only time that like we were pranked that way. And I have seen some horrible ones, like TP, like TP jobs. And one time I was like driving from my home, and like in my neighborhood there was literally a fire. It was controlled, but it was there was TP everywhere. There was like little fires here and there. They were controlled, but like they could really have spun out really fast. Could have really gotten out of control really, really fast. I don't know if anyone did the fork thing. And the fork thing is where you take forks or whatever and jam them into the ground. And they take a long time because like you got to get them all out. And you just keep going along, and just jam forks in the ground. Or spoons or utensils in the ground. You don't want to go all the way because you want them visible, but you want to get them in the ground. That takes a long time. And if you could put them like a string together, I don't know. Obviously TP, blah, 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 blah. And it has, like, I think plastic forks are the forks. Because then, like, you go too hard, they break. And that's just kind of funny. I'm not saying that I endorse that, but I don't. I sincerely don't. But that's the classics. Those are classics. If you're doing sabotage like that. Don't do it though. If there's any advice, I'd say don't do that. Please, don't. Yeah. I think my tea is getting cold. Man, like, I wish I could go. I'm not gonna do it, but, like, I wish I could go heat up some more tea. Because, like, god dang. I mean, I don't drink it that often, but, like, I drink it enough. Well, when I do drink it, I drink it enough that I need more than one cup. Or, like, I need, like, oh, man, a pot. To refill me, because I do like drinking tea when I drink tea. God damn it. Honestly, you know what? Why don't I'm already like in the headspace. Why don't I just open up some magic cards? So, like, I already got rid of all my Wows of Eldraine stuff. I emptied the last of the 3 boxes. Last time? Yes. I have a random assortment of 9 packs. So we're gonna go from Wilds of Eldraine all the way to Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. And what we're gonna do, or what I'm gonna do, is roll a d20, and I think I'm gonna basically do like 2 numbers, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18? Yes. But then if I get like a 19 or a 20, I don't fucking know. I'm gonna roll it to get 2, and then see what happens on a d20. Oh, I got a natural 20. God dang it. 14. All right, so that would be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay. That's just a Phyrexia. All will be 1. And then the next one will be a 16. So March of the Machine, I guess. All right. Kind of cool. So let's get into it. I'm gonna open up Phyrexia. All will be 1 first. Good cards in this set. I mean, good cards in a lot of these too. Like standard, like I don't play standard a lot other than like arena, because like that's basically the only place you can really do it, like without having to like bust out your whole bank account to do it. But yeah. Ooh, Skithrix for the art card. Oh man, I don't know. There is a pack trick. I don't fucking know how this works. I don't know how this works. I don't know. I'm gonna do it like this and hope for the best. I don't know how it works anymore. Wait, hold on. Okay, that's... Oh, damn it. I don't know. See, I don't know how these packs work because the pack trick stuff is just messing with me. And these could be just loose packs, so I don't know. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Tamio's logbook. If we mess up, that's whatever. Thummingbird. Weird that it's oh yeah, it is an uncommon. It should be uncommon. Vanish into Eternity. Bring the Ending. Vraska's Fall. What? The dull creeping pain of fire. Okay. Contagious Vorak. Persistent Siphoner. Ooh, Full Art Swamp. Pretty cool. Survival Cache. You gain 2 life, and if you have more life than an opponent, draw a card. Rebound. That's from the vault. Okay, I guess. Foil is a fleshless fleshless gladiator. God, say that 5 times fast. Then behind it, ooh, we got a Unctus, Grand Metatict, and then Bone Picker Scourge, and a Tamio's Immobilizer. So we got the logbook and an Immobilizer from that. That's funny. But yeah. Okay. And then the other one, this I should have more of a solid one on, which I did kind of do the pack trick right. So I'm not gonna, okay, I know that I'm doing it correctly. That's a good thing. Man, I want this pack to open the way I want it to, and it just does not want to. I'm sad. I'm a little sad. Oh, I think I can do it the way that I want to. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, I could just go. Frick yeah, dude. I don't know who this is. Who is this? An Island? A failed conversion? Ren's Resolve? Timberland Agent? Tiller of Flesh? Sculpted Perfection? Mutagen Concierge? Bonded Herd Beast? Invasion of Pyrulia? What? Yeah. Diana Soul Steeper. She's pretty okay. I think she's a good Golgari commander. She's really good. I see why she printed her. Oh, and then Glissa, Herald of Predation. Another Golgari commander. That is great. I don't know. But whatever. Foil is a Converter Beast. And behind that, ooh, we got another from the vault. We got Ixalan's Binding. Enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until it leaves the battlefield. Opponents can't cast spells with the same nade as the exile card, so it's not really good, commander. Whatever, it's whatever. But that's the end of that bit. Oh man. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about like brain fart. Oh, give me a minute. You know what? I'm gonna drink some tea. I gotta drink some tea. Yeah, I need it. I need to heat it up. I need to heat it up. Oh man, I think after this for sure I'm gonna make myself another cup of tea. Because like obviously editing this and other stuff like that. But yeah. Speaking of editing and other stuff, I gotta edit the Voodoo review, Voodoo 5. I'm not gonna give my opinion on it because that's for the video. It's coming up Friday the 13th, or tomorrow at 3 a.m. if I can try and get it that way. But yeah, the minute that it does come out and premiere, that's gonna be funny. I'm like a good majority of the way through though. But I think I have a lot of heavy edits coming up from it. So that's going to be out on Friday. But I'm also trying to cut my hair because I need a haircut bad. Like, it's not the longest that I've ever had it down because, like, and this podcast is probably the last version of this hair that I'll have for a while. Like, I think the longest that I had it, I was able to like put it in my mouth and like kind of like, I wouldn't say eat it, but like do like a like spit it out, you know? Not like actually eat it though, because like gross. But I was able to put it, you know, get it at mouth level and stuff like that. But if I were to, like, if I were to bring my hair down, it's like, it's enough to blind me. It's at the like awkward age of like, it can blind me, but it will, like, the edges are going into my eyeballs. I mean, most of them are going past, but they're going into my eyeballs. And I don't like that. I really don't like that. Dewey. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, going back to like when I was working at the Moreland Union. So the sweater that I'm wearing right now, it's a gray sweatshirt. I like this sweatshirt. I wear it quite a bit, here and there, especially when it gets colder out, which it is right now. This is one of the ones I tend to wear. But I didn't buy this. I did not buy this sweatshirt. It was in our lost and found for the longest time, and my ex, she was like she would man the desk during the day sometimes, and nearing the end of the semester, we would go through some of the stuff that people left, and this was like before it like got sold off or whatever, and this is one, and people left a lot of stuff around the Memorial Union, like a lot of stuff. Like sometimes you get books, sometimes you get like a sweatshirt or whatever. And people like tend to, recognize when they lose something like that. So like we make notes and stuff like that in case of, the person finds it. But once it goes into our lost and found and it's there for a while, we would basically more or less donate it. And before we donated it, we would scavenge through, just try to find stuff. And this, yeah, I this is a good pick because I do like this sweatshirt. Um, uh, I actually have I think I have a few that I got from there. Um, One thing that we would try to find, like the golden goose, was to get a pair of AirPods. That was the golden goose. We never did. We would, sometimes you would get one earbud or like the case or like the case with one earbud, but never both. Never both. It would always be one side. I mean, and then obviously, the pairing of them has to be the same. So, yeah. Um, but that was like the thing that we weren't like actively trying to like steal anything or whatnot. No, if it was just lost, it was in the lost and found, and we just saw it, then we would we were planning on it. We never did, especially the ones that were like, oh, it's just the case. It's just one earbud, this or that. We never like took it. I think might have gotten scrapped or something, but I don't know. But yeah, there was we kind of kleptoed our way to get things, and what I'm saying by klepto, uh, I mean stole. We didn't like necessarily steal, but we were metaphorically stealing. Uh, Especially like our freshman, it's like freshman, sophomore, junior year. Oh man, I was on that klepto creep for sure. Like I was stealing food from my girlfriend sometimes because she was working through lunch, and what I would do is I would go to the mess hall. It's like, hey, you want blah 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 blah, and she'd be like, oh okay, yeah, I get that, and I would like find a container, or she'd give me a container to basically sneak food out of there, which I think people they caught on a little bit, but they really didn't catch on. They really didn't. If I'm being completely honest. And yeah. I mean, we were paying for it. Shit, dude. I mean, we were stealing from the back, which, sometimes we did actually, like, for, like, building management and stuff like that, especially at the end of the night, we had to go in the back of the mess hall because it was attached to the building. But we didn't, like, go out of our way to steal food. No. Or we didn't, like, go out of our way to steal from the back or, nothing unsanitary. All ethical kleptoing. Like, steal... theft. All ethical theft. It was, yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of, like, things that I did kind of get out of it. I got, like, earbuds that I don't know what happened to them. They were really good for a while. Like, a few things here and there. I don't remember all of the stuff that he got from it, but I think they changed where the lost and found went, or like the lost and found in the building was, like our junior year. We were kind of mad about that. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we were kind of mad because like that meant we couldn't steal stuff. We couldn't steal stuff before they donated it. We were kind of mad. I'm not gonna lie, we were kind of mad. And yeah, it sucked. We totally did. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah, that was fun though. I mean, working there, and like Thursday nights again. Those were the nights that I would typically I would do and every other Saturday. I think that was my basic schedule, and there were other things here and there depending on the week or who was out or this or that. But I took Thursday nights because those were the busy nights. Those nights are when things needed to get done, and my bosses knew that. Like I took on Thursday nights because in my honest opinion, not to say that they couldn't do it. I literally did not trust my coworkers working Thursday nights because it's a fast night. Like I think the other busiest night was Wednesday because the main thing is like there's a gamer club that's like they needed a lot of stuff in a very short amount of time before they came in, or like the room typically needed to be flipped right before it. But they were good people, and like I was part of that. Look, if I'm being honest, I was part of that group. Um, but yeah, the perk too was like me and my girlfriend at my ex would also like kind of schedule stuff for ourselves. So like if we wanted to have like, because like any student can like register or schedule something, but we kind of, I don't want to say took priority, but if we wanted a room to study in or to have gaming sessions or this or that or just to hang out, we would totally do that. We would totally do that all the time. No, like, not a joke. We would do that all the freaking time. Uh, man. Now that I'm also like another thing too, I'm gonna stretch a little bit. It's like I've been like sitting crisscross on this chair because I'm cold. I'm a little cold and obviously stuffy, but that's neither here or there. Oh, that's granted. Oh, yuck. But yeah, those were fun nights and like trying to do stuff. Uh, I lost my train of thought of what I was doing, and I went on to another train and didn't get back on the old train. So, this was totally switching gears here. Like, like the past over the weekend, I went to a concert for a couple of bands that I got into during college. Um, the main obviously main two were Bad Sons and the band Camino. I can't remember what the first one. I think it's Wildfire, if I'm not mistaken. But they were me and my girlfriend wanted to go to see Bad Sons because like I got her on basically both Bad Sons and Band Camino because like they're good. I like their music. I really do. And it was very convenient when we started dating that on our first date, it's just like, oh yeah, let's play this. I like this music. It's like, no way. You're joking. And she's like, yeah, whenever you played it that first time I was working dishes, and I'm like, Shazam the song, and then I just listened to it, and I'm like, hey, I like this stuff, and she's like, yeah, I vibed with it, so I started listening to it. It's like, hell yeah, I love that. I love getting people like interested in other kinds of music like that. Um, Obviously, like I'm gonna rep my Gradients boys all the dang time. Not only because like I kind of have to, but because I do like their music, a lot. I like what they do. Uh, and I do want to see them perform again. If not, whenever I can is basic preference. If they're not down like in the area, maybe I'll go up there, but I don't know. It depends on when they have shows. But I do like going to see them play. And catching up with all the people and all, like, oh man, I do miss the gang. I really do miss the gang. I don't want to like dox any of their names as though. uh, Although like I have plenty of stories to go around about that though. I have plenty of stories. A lot of them are coming to mind, but I don't want to get that. I don't want to get on the game. But the concert was good. It was at the Armory. If you're in Minneapolis and you know. Um, and as for me being like an audiovisual guy, like I was eyeballing that front of house for sure, just seeing how they set it up and how they routed things and all that crap. It's very interesting though because like they put it on the floor, like basically in the middle, and their snake, and for technical terms, a snake is basically a long run of cable from one end to the other, from like in this case the front of house where audio and all the controls are happening, to the stage where the performers are. Uh, the snake was like literally under a metal sheet or whatever cover that's like in line with the floor, and that's crazy. It was so cool. I'm like, that's awesome. I love that shit. Um, I love a lot of the production. I like production stuff because I that's what my job is. I love doing that. I love setting up stuff. I love making sure people have a good time. All that stuff. But the thing that like obviously wear earplugs because doy gotta wear earplugs. But the one takeaway that I really had, and it's kind of like an existential thought, is like I need to get back into music because like I mean that was initially what I kind of went for, especially after especially after I dropped a bunch of my sports to focus on music. I haven't really gotten on the. I mean, not to say that I'm like I don't know anymore, but I am for sure rusty, playing and that stuff. But I want to get back on the ball, not only with my main instrument, the French horn, but like I want to learn other instruments. I want to learn I want to really get back on the ball with like piano. I want to learn guitar or slash bass, whatever. I love the bass. I'm a Davey 504 head, uh, for sure. But I want to learn. I want to learn an instrument other than a blowing wind instrument. Cause yeah. Especially since like not to see them agree, like the best singer ever, but I can sing. I'll be cocky. Like I want to be humble, but I also acknowledge that I have talent. I'm a decent singer. I'm good. I know what the hell I'm doing. I'm class. I'm classically trained. I know how to take care of myself when it comes to that. I know not to be a freaking idiot all the time. And technically, a lot of the good like singers and bands and stuff like that, especially from like the rock era of like the 60s, 70s, and 80s, a lot of them are classically trained. A lot of the very good ones. Um, I'm trying to think of like ones that come to mind. I'm pretty sure Steven Tyler Perry was. Dumbass also ruined himself. The dude also like ruined his vocal cords doing like heroin or cocaine laced with heroin. So obviously that fucked with his vocal cords. Um, like a lot of like hair bands and stuff like that. I feel like a lot of the lead singers are classically trained, uh, either musicians or vocalists, and for good reason. The one exception though, like, and I took like a basically a history music class. The one literal exception to that entire like the entire rule that I can know off the top of my head is the Ramones. The Ramones literally didn't know shit. They didn't know anything on how to play. And they knew enough. I mean, they knew how to play, but they only knew enough just to play their music, basically. At least in the beginning. I mean, probably later on they actually learn their instruments, but when they were going and starting and all that stuff, like a lot of their early stuff is just simple, very simple shit. Very simple rhythms, very simple melodies. There's a lot of simplicity in that. And, that's not bad. But you can tell that like in comparison to like other bands within the genre that they are pretty I don't want to say rudimentary. Rudimentary is I think the best term, and that the sounds that they're pumping out are very like beginner in that sense. And not to say that other bands do make easy songs, because they do, but yeah. Sorry about the noises. I have like a weird thing where, like, not really like blowing my nose, where it's like I kind of like inhale hard, and then that like mucus sometimes goes in my, the mucus goes from my, it's very gross. It goes from my nose into the mouth, and some like, if I get a huge chunk, a loogie, because that's basically what it is, right? Like, you know, huck a loogie, try to, or if I can. And I have like a gap in my teeth, and it's kind of in my two front teeth, which it came from being pacifier stuff because when I was a kid. But I like doing like a little, like having to like go through it, just like it feels. It's like, I don't want to say euphoric, but it's like a satisfying video, you know? It's like you don't know why you're watching it, but you're watching it because it's just you're doing it because you like it, I guess, without knowing why. It's just satisfying. Enough of that gross stuff though. I need to not talk about that. Again, sorry. So that really explains what the, if I do like a hard thing. And people think that a lot of times when I do that, it's like a cough or like a sneeze or something like that. No, that's not. Totally different. Completely different. But it does sound very similar. I'll give him that. It does sound very similar to like a sneeze. Yeah, because that's typically how it sounds. Although it is the directed verse. What time is it? I'm tired. Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely gonna like edit and do all the stuff that I do usually on this, but like, man, once I'm like having this uploading onto YouTube, I am hitting the hay, dude. I do that like I feel like I'm doing that a lot more recently. It's like, uh, unless if I like just end up on my phone doom scrolling, like I just pass out and wake up in the morning and just turn off my computer when it's done and know that it's uploaded. Oh man. Like, okay, so the process of like once this episode is over, like obviously edit that takes like 10 minutes at most. At most. And then while that's like rendering, I like create the thumbnail for the video. And once that's done, and once the rendering is done, upload the video onto YouTube. Uh and then, you know, do all the, you know, titles, stuff like that, blah 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 blah. Just get that done. And I feel like the uploading takes a little bit, but the like HDingness, the processing of it takes so like astronomically longer than like uploading and like rendering and uploading. Like it takes so much longer. I hate it. I honestly hate it because it sucks. Like sometimes it can take like 30 minutes. Sometimes it could take like 2 hours. I've seen that happen where it's taken like 2 hours, and I'm just like, I can't stay up this late. I am a night person, but like I literally can't. I'm also a morning person. Like I do like staying up late, but I also do like getting up extremely early. Uh like back in middle school in like 7th grade, I know my science teacher, he like I was like nodding off in his class one time because like his room was like the perfect temperature that no matter what I was wearing, or like I could be like freezing, you know, clothes, like preparing to wash myself, like get frozen, or vice versa, like I'm sweating bullets. Didn't matter what I was wearing, but uh what would always happen is I would just like start nodding off. And one time he just I was doing it bad that day, and he was like, "Well, you can't hoot with the owls and scream with the eagles." And I've took that to heart. Not like in a mean way. Like I understood what he was saying because like he was he was old and wise and whatever, but like god damn, that's a iconic line, dude. Like hoot with the owls and scream with the eagles. Like god damn. That is iconic. You can't do both. Although I feel like a lot of the time since then I've definitely tried to do both. For sure. For sure. Yeah. That class was he was so cool. But like but here's the thing too. He also would say like every night he would go home, eat like a bowl or whatever of ice cream. Like he was like he was like, yeah, I'll eat a full ribeye steak, have a bowl of ice cream, go to bed. I don't care if I die at the age of 78 because of heart conditions. I do not give a crap. I am I don't care. I know if you like eat green and healthy and whatever, like, you might live longer. But then again, you also might not live longer. You might as well enjoy it. Basically, you either live long enough, you either die enjoying what you're doing, or you live long enough suffering painfully in anguish and malnourishment. So anyways, just to wrap things up, why don't I? Actually, what time is it? I got 5 minutes. No, I don't. So, actually, no. Yeah. That was, I like this class. I love science. I'm not a language arts guy. I, like, not to say that I hate reading, but, like, man, that is not my strong suit. That was never my strong suit. Like, even, like, in 8th grade, we were reading The Monkey's Paw, and I misinterpreted the third wish, and I got an F on that fucking paper when everyone else said the exact same fucking thing. Also, the teacher had had a reason to go after me for like she had like a vendetta. That's nothing. That's nothing. And bygones be bygones. Whatever. Good people. I just didn't like that's just rude. That's just very rude. But like what I thought. So after the second wish, I think the first wish. For those who haven't read The Monkey's Paw, the first wish was for them to get rich. And what happens is their son dies in a car accident, so they get a shit ton of money from the settlement. And they're crying and weeping, and they use the second wish to bring the son back. And she's like, "Oh, you better pay attention to this part because this is what the paper's going to be about." I paid attention to the exact fucking line after it. Because the minute, the exact second, because, thinking like in rules reasons, like granting a wish, it could be, the wish could have been immediate. The wish could have taken a long time. Like, yeah, resurrection could happen, but the story takes place in India. So what I thought happened was that he got reincarnated because a line or a paragraph after they made the wish, a rat crawls up on the table, and like something else, and then there's like knocking on the door, and the paper was to write what was the third wish. And what I said, what the third wish is, because there was a knocking on the door. I mean, obviously it was the sun, like a zombie version of the sun, and like in retrospect, I should have fucking paid attention a little bit there, but what I thought was the wish was for the wife to kill herself because she couldn't live with the guilt and stuff that she brought upon her son. That's what I thought. And I made I had good reasons for it too. I know I can't reach that paper anymore because it gets on my elementary school shit, so I don't know it. I don't know it. But yeah, I got an F on that paper. Definitely a little bit of the vendetta, but like, hey, if you're gonna tell me that, fucking tell me that. Like, I paid attention. I wasn't zoning off or anything. I paid attention. I understood what was going on. I'm not the best at perceiving shit, but I perceived very freaking well. The exact second that I was told to pay attention. But that's whatever. Bygones be bygones. And speaking of bygones be bygones, let's finish this episode. I don't even honestly know what I'm gonna call this one. I don't know. Story anthology. Keep your mind off the sickness. I feel like I did down with the sickness, but I don't. I'll think of something. If you want to watch these live, watch my streams live or the livecast live. You can go to twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original, all one word, or search it in the thing on Twitch, Melted Lyric Original, all one word. Capitals M and Melted, the L Lyric and Owen Original. And if you miss a stream, that's fine. You can watch the VOD of it, or you can watch another one of my streams that I do on Twitch. Yeah. But if you also like miss a VOD or whatever that goes away after 2 weeks because of Twitch, you can go to my YouTube channel where I have all of the episodes, all at this point 51 episodes of the Midnight Ramen livecast up on there, ready to go. And eventually, Spotify, Apple Podcasts and other stuff, but I'll cross that bridge when I actually get the balls to do it. Get the, more or less kick in the butt to do it. But yeah. Thank you to Gradients for the use of their song, Used to It. Again, I can't stress this enough. I miss my guys. I do miss my guys. I feel like I say that every episode, but like, goddamn, I do. I hope you're doing well, my dudes. Keep on rocking, and y'all need to. I'm gonna tell them, like, start releasing stuff. Please start releasing stuff. Do it. I don't know if they have the time, but they need to start releasing stuff, because that was another takeaway that I had from going to the concert this past weekend. It's like, do it. They only have one album under their belt, and they can find a very good audience with what they do. I wholeheartedly believe that. They can find a very good audience. It's clean. It also goes hard. It knows what it is. They're good stage performers. Can they do better? You can do better, obviously. I'm not saying that you guys are bad. This is like talking to them. I'm not saying that they're bad, but you can always up it more. Like, if you look stupid, that's fine. That's fine. Because that in some ways that's fine. In some ways. I remember, okay, quick story. I remember one time, I think it was like for for an event in the Memorial Union. I think I think all of them wore skinny jeans or like very tight pants. I'm like, guys, this ain't it, chief. Don't don't do this again. Like, not to say that you could see their bulges, but like guys, you're double caked up. You might want to like put that shit away. Like, you're double caked up on a Thursday afternoon. Double cheeked up. You might want to, not to say that you don't have to cover that up, but this is just goofy. This is just weird. But yeah. And anyways, the final thing, thank you guys for listening, watching, doing what you do. But as I look at the clock, it is not midnight here anymore, but it is midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I'll see you later. But until then, bye-bye.